Okay. Before giving in Dhamma talk, we will pay respect Buddha by reciting in Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, today we will learn about the reflection related to dana, related to receivers. Sometimes we know the benefit of dana, but we don't dare to do. We don't happen to do. So, to be able to do dana, to dare to do dana, we may need some reflection, like Bodhisattva. In the previous talk, we have taught the reflections about the properties to be donated. Today, we will learn, and now we will learn about the reflection related to receivers. Sometimes when we find the receivers, so sometimes our mind is not happy based on receiver's quality. Sometimes very happy. So how should we think? How should we reflect? How Bodhisattva reflect about the receivers? We will learn now. So first of all, about the receivers. When someone asks Bodhisattva to get something, so he reflects. It is a shameful thing to ask something from someone. Because of being friendly with me, he asked me. He reflects. So if someone asks you something, so that person is friendly with you. Means if it is not friendly, he may not ask to get something from you. So Bodhisattva is thinking, oh, he is very friendly with me because asking or saying shameful things. Another reflection is about the receiver. So that he thought is, here's the one who guide, who indicates to bring my properties until next lives, until a long samsara. Means although we have properties, if we die, we will leave all. But if there is a receiver, if we donate, so in this way, we can bring our properties to the next life. Because of this, when we see receivers, we should think, he is the one who guides me, who indicates me to bring our properties to the next life. So Bodhisattva reflect in this way. So another reflection is he is a very good friend of mine, my friend, who can bring out my properties from the house, which is burning, which is burned by fire. So when our house is burned by fire, so we need to take out properties from the house, valuable properties, because if not take out, it will be burned. So, but someone helped to bring those properties from the burning house. In the same way, in our life, always gaining fire, always burning by fire of death. Like now we are older and older, so approaching into the death, it is a kind of burning. So in the teaching, there are 11 fires, 11 types of fires. What are they? Aging, fire of aging, fire of sickness, fire of death, fire of sorrow, fire of lamentation, fire of bodily suffering, fire of mental suffering. Next one is a fire of upayasa. Upayasa is similar to lamentation. Yeah, altogether 11 fires. So in our life, burning by such fires, sometimes we have sorrow, sometimes we have crying, lamentation, sadness, aging, sickness, death. So when we burn with those fire, so we will lose everything when we die, especially. So if a receiver comes, he will take off my properties from the burning house. So you may donate. So that donation is not burned by fire, not spoiled. So because of this, when we see a receiver, we should think like a Bodhisattva. He is a kind of friend who will bring out my properties from the burning house. This is his reflection. Another reflection is, if we see receivers, here's the place, a kind of place where we should store our properties, not to be burned. So when we are burned by fire, so we will lose our properties. When we die, we will lose our properties. If we find a receiver, we can store by doing a donation. We can store our properties by doing a donation. So it is the best place to store our properties. So he think in this way. If so, we dare to donate. So to be Buddha, we need to do donation. So donation is a kind of merit, a kind of kusala, which can produce Buddha's hood. Without receiver, we cannot do that. Because of this, receiver is a big friend to fulfill Buddha's hood. So he think in this way. So another way of thinking is, this one is praising merit, praising superior merit. I should surely do this one. Means I should surely donate. Because when a receiver comes, a receiver may phrase about the donation. If you donate, you will be happy. You will have a happiness of human, happiness of deva, like that. So at that time, you can think he is praising superior merits, and should surely do this kind of merit. Although he is not asking me, I should donate. If he asks, nothing to say, needless to say, surely should donate. Like a bodhisattva who has strong desire to donate, they have to do donation by finding receivers. Sometimes they cannot get a receiver easily, so bodhisattva have to find a receiver and donate. So if we reflect in this way, when a receiver comes, we may be able to donate more. So we should do this reflection. Reflection is many places the Buddha used to change our attitude, to change our mind. So we have some weakness. By reflection, we have to change slowly. We're trying to correct our attitude. So normally most of people, maybe, when they see receivers, some people want to say this and that. Oh, his hands and legs are very good, strong, should work, should do jobs. Why he is asking something like that? So some people may think, Bodhisattva's thinking way is not like that. So even by finding a receiver, Bodhisattva have to do donation. So I no need to find because of my kusala, my merit. So I should donate. I'm very lucky like that. So by giving donation to the receiver, actually it is supporting own self. So because of this, donation is supporting own self and supporting others. So by reflecting in this way, we may be able to do dana. Another thing, without receiver, how can I fulfill dana Pāramī? This is also one reflection. Without receiver, how can I fulfill dana Pāramī? So having a receiver is good. So because of this, like a Deva realm, nobody needed, so cannot donate. If there is many receivers, so it is good to fulfill dana Pāramīs. So if we find the receivers, it is good for those who want to fulfill dana Pāramīs. Another reflection is, I'm keeping my properties just for the receivers. Yeah, sometimes we don't need money anymore, but we still working for what? For the receivers. For example, some senior shareholders, a lot of donors waiting to donate. For him, nothing needed. So, but for the receivers, if one stole, it is good. Can do dana Pāramī. So another reflection is, when the receiver will take my properties without asking me. He wants receiver to be very friendly. Without asking if it take, it would be good. So I think in the Kasapa Buddha time, there is a Gadikara pot maker, pottery, potter or pottery, I don't know, pot maker, pot doer. So he's a Janakābhivaṃsa. When the Buddha need roofs for the dwelling place, that's the roofs. So bhikkhus are trying to ask Gadikara, but at that time Gadikara is not in the house. So bhikkhus take the roofs from that house without asking. So when Gadikara came back to his house, very happy because of taking his roofs without asking. So in that place, in this eon, never get rain, although no roofs. Which place, I don't know. Which place in the world. So it is a long-lasting place, about maybe 4 places in the world. So having this kind of things. So because of Buddha's quality, because of his mind being happy, so it is very friendly. He is very happy because the Buddha and bhikkhus are very friendly with him. So one reflection is, when a receiver will take my properties without asking me. Next reflection is, in which way or how can I love? How can I love receivers? How receivers can be my lovers? So this is one reflection. How can I love receivers? How can receivers my lover? So here's a finding way like that. Next way of reflection is, in which way, how can I be happy while donating or and after donating? Donating in time also should be happy. After donating also should be happy. How should be? How can be? So here's a trying to be so. Next one, in which way or how receivers desire to donate come to me. How, in which way receiver will come to me? In which way dana desire will come to me? If there is desire to donate, it is a good. If donation, the receiver come to me, it is a good. It would be good. So next one, how can I know receiver's desire? Although not being asked, or although not being said, how can I know receiver's desire? Only a few people who wish to donate very much, they will know receiver's desire. So always checking, seeing what one needs. So this kind of people is called within you. Within you. Within you is like saying no. Who knows saying? Saying means no verbally. By seeing receiver's action, condition, situation, he knows what he needs. So this kind of person called within you. Wada is saying, new is knower. Who know saying? I want to be such kind of person. So he reflects. Having properties and receivers, if I donate, it is a kind of crafty, a kind of tricky for me. I have a receiver, I have a properties, but if I don't donate, it is something crafty. It is something not simple, a kind of tricky for me. He reflect. Means I should donate. Next one, in which way? How can I donate to the receivers, my life, and my body limbs? It would be good if I can donate my body and my lives. So Bodhisattva's mind always inclining in this way, always trying to be so. So these are reflections of Bodhisattva about the receivers. So next one is when he donates, he calls his mind not to long for the results. Result means human pleasure, deva pleasure, deva sensuality, not to long for, but can long for to be Buddha. It is okay. To be Buddha is not to enjoy, to help people, to help a being. So he makes himself not to long for the results. Like that, if some insects come to you, you throw that insect without having a desire to come back, because this is a kind of insect. Insects that come to the eye, you drive out like a mosquito. Okay, mosquito come to me, drive out. No desire to come back again, but it come back. It come back. In the same way, if you do donation, although you don't have you should not have a desire, but result will come to you. Like the mosquito, you drive out, it will come to you. So in the same way, you relinquish the properties, but as a result, those properties will come to you. But your mind should be like a mosquito driving. Driving. Bodhisattva reflect in this way. I should no longer for happiness or human enjoyment or deva, but I should donate. Like a driving mosquito or driving insects and coming back. Okay, another topic. Another topic is to keep a right attitude when giving. If a receiver is venerable, lovely, okay, the lover, my lovers are asking me, should be glad. If a receiver is middle, no love, no hate, should think in this way. By giving this property, he will be my friend. By thinking in this way, should be glad. If a receiver is an enemy, if an enemy is asking, so should reflect in this way. By reflecting in this way, you should be happy. By giving my properties, he will be my friend. Sometimes, if we find the enemy, we want to make opposite. This is something normal. Most of people have done. But another way of doing is not like that. You're trying to help. So you're trying to give with a good mind. It can work for most of enemies. But if an enemy is very dull, so very foolish, may not love you. But for the normal people, if you do goodly in a good way, so their mind will change. So there is one story, Bhikkhu's story. So that my teacher said. So in the one place, there are staying many bhikkhus, many abbots in each monastery. One bhikkhu always putting rubbish in front of the other's building every time. So the abbots in the monastery, so with the rubbish nearby, so whenever he has a ceremony, he always invites that bhikkhu who throw rubbish near to his kuti, near to his dwelling place. So whenever he has a ceremony, he invited that bhikkhu who throw rubbish to Gananga. Later, the other bhikkhu stopped. So not throwing rubbish anymore in front of his kuti. So sometimes instead of making opposite, against him, try another way. Normally, like bhikkhus are usually mostly good. They have learned Buddha's teaching. So not really so foolish. So because of this, because of some enmity, anger, they may do something wrong. But if you do correctly, in a good way, so their mind may change, especially in the monastic, because of most of listeners, we very near to the monastic. So most of people may not be bad or may not be so bad. So if they do something mistake, you're trying to do correctly in a good way, like a bodhisattva's thinking. So mostly, I think they may change their mind. So bodhisattva reflection in this way is that the receiver is the one who asking property is an enemy. So should think by giving this, he will be friendly. In this way, should donate, should be glad. So another way, when a bodhisattva have greed or stinginess, don't dare to donate. At that time, he reflect. So you are trying to be Buddha, making wish to be Buddha. So those people must relinquish even in this body, even in this life, to get a kusala. Being in this way, but you have stingy even in properties. You have a stinginess even about the properties. You should not be in this way. You should donate. So he reflects. Next one is like his reflection. There is a kind of tree, so very useful tree. People come. Some people take leaves. Some people take roots. Some people take tree trunks or branches. So, but a tree itself never think this and that. Those people are taking my leaves, my flowers, my roots, never think. So in the same way, some receivers may not think about your gratitude. They may take everything. They may use whatever they need about your body. So whatever they take from you, you should not think this and that wrongly. So this body is made of 4 elements. The properties are also made of 4 elements. 4 elements means earth, water, fire, wind. Like a kind of statue, water and cement combine and you can do statue. But for the body especially, have a heat, have a wind. Because of this, we can shake, we can speak, we have a body heat. So every materiality made of 4 elements. It has the nature to destroy, to be destroyed. So nothing special, nothing soul or self in this body. Because of this, if someone asks about the body limbs, you should not have a stingy. You should not have a stinginess. It is just a glory of delusion. People may think that this is my beautiful things, my beautiful eye, ear, or beautiful hair. Why you are asking? It is a kind of glory of delusion. Glory, but of delusion. Because of not understanding, thinking in this way. Actually, body is made of 4 elements. Has the nature to be destroyed, subject to destroyed, subject to be destroyed. Nothing special, nothing soul, nothing self. Being stingy is not proper. Attaching into it is not proper. It is not right. It is a glory of delusion. Bodhisattva use glory of delusion. Without touching anything, blood, eye, hand and leg, outside properties. So if someone asks, I should relinquish, I should donate. He reflects in this way. So, do you want to reflect? Do you want to donate? Huh? So, in the past, maybe in our grandfather's time, grandma's time, in Myanmar, we may say like girlfriend to boyfriend. So this is what speech? Maybe loving in speech, wooing in speech. So if you need my body organs, like if you need my heart, I will give, or like that. If you need even my liver, I will give. But now they don't dare to say. In the past, just saying someone cannot take it. But nowadays, if they say, so may take. So now the way of saying about the loving speech should be different. Should be different. Can I say, if you really need even my livers or hearts, I will give you something like that. So, so no more saying such a speech. So that is the only girlfriend to boyfriend may say. So, but when husband and wife, it is not sure. So, but Bodhisattva for everybody. So he reflects in this way. So I think in the Buddha time, there is one man. So approached to Bhikkhuni. He likes the Bhikkhuni. So the Bhikkhuni asked to him, which one do you love? So the boy said, you are I. So at that time, Bhikkhuni take out his eye, eye, and trying to give. But after taking out, the eye is not lovely. So, yeah, actually, our body is not much precious. The Buddha say, body has no essence, no precious, no value. By doing a volunteer service, by avoiding evil, take essence from the body. So it can do for everybody. We may use our body to do volunteer service, or we may avoid evil, practice precepts, like not taking dinner in a Worcester day, no killing, no stealing, by killing and by stealing, may not earn money. So, if so, we can take out the essence, precious things from the body. If you want to practice like a bodhisattva may donate even his lives, even his body parts. His thinking way is all are made of 4 elements. Body is not so precious, although life is not so precious. Day by day, our lives are losing. Like a calendar, we take out one paper, day after day. At the end of the year, we will lose all. In the same way, life, how much you say, it is precious. But day by day, it is losing, near to die. Like that. So, also to be alive, not so easy. I have to protect with the vaccine, different kinds of vaccine, wearing mask, social distance, very busy to protect this body. So, because of this stinginess about the body is a kind of glory of delusion. People saying this and that ways to take care of life, to take care of body, not really meaningful. So should do rightly, should use this body, so in a beneficial ways. There is one bhikkhu, Dipitaka Siaro in Myanmar. If you ask, how are you? He will only say you, still can use. Still can use, he said. He never say, I'm fine, I'm well. So when he reflected in this way, so he has mind to relinquish even in his lives, to get omniscient knowledge. His bodily, verbal, and mental action is becoming clear. So his knowledge is completed to practice good deeds, to be Buddhahood. He is able to do more and more donations. Ninka. No, time is up. That's it, time is up. Huh? So we should stop our talk. If there is a question, you can ask.
Bhante, can I just ask? But the Bodhisattva, because Bhante mentioned that the Bodhisattva, something like the Bodhisattva will always be thinking of how to give. So we read in the Jataka that there are some lives when the Bodhisattva was practicing predominantly Kanti or Panya. So in those lives, would the Bodhisattva also still be thinking about dana also?
Based on condition, he may practice. Sometimes dana, sometimes it can be based on, because we are now teaching about the donation. So not have reflection, not have yet reflection of Khandi or reflection of Sila, it will come later.
I see. Thank you very much, Bhante. So, as someone who is not aspiring to be a Buddha, just as a normal disciple, so to what extent should we practice dana, Bhante?
Yes, Bodhisattva is the most donor, the highest donor. We better to listen. If we dare to do dana, so it is good. Yeah, can practice for everybody. So donation is good.
Thank you very much, Bhante.
But some teachers are like Sila is better than dana. Have this kind of saying. So this kind of comparison may have. Anyway, as a separate things, if we say, yeah, donation, we should do dana. This is sure. Can you have a good result?
Bhante, and may I ask for dana, is the Chaitanya more important, or is the value of our dana important as well in determining the results?
So we have learned like receivers quality, donors quality, something. So based on that, it can be different result. So if you choose one, so some have one question in the Janakābhivaṃsa, like a Buddha donate do the Sariputta donate do the Buddha. Which one is better? Like that. This is kind of question we have learned. Like a Buddha's donation is better. So in this case, so more concerning about the donors' knowledge, donors' quality seem to be like that.
Thank you very much, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay.
Bhante, there are two questions on the screen. The first one, what is the benefits for doing donation to Pakoda or Stupa? Is it the same as doing dana to Sangha Kuti?
Yeah. Sangha Kuti is offering into the Sangha. So donating into the Pakoda. Pakoda is maybe building, but it's like a Buddha's monastery, Buddha's dwelling in place. It is offering into the Buddha. So Buddha also one of the Tribajam, Sangha also one of the Tribajam. So both are good. In the teaching, because of Buddha and Sangha, it is different. Buddha is individual, the highest. Sangha is as a group, it is the highest. But we cannot compare Buddha and Sangha because it is different types, group and individual. So because of this, not have that comparison, we have to say both are good.
Okay. Second question, Wantami Sado. Deva can receive our sharing of merits by our saying in our mind, or must we say by words for Devas listen properly to receive our merits?
Mainly mind to dedicate, but if you say loudly, it is more sure. So there are many Devas nearby, especially, so they were interested more your donations. Also may have a more connection with us. So if we dedicate to the Devas, they can know. So dedicating, referring, it is more important. But to make it sure, saying also, it is also good.
So meaning actually Deva can receive the merits even if we are just think, just using our saying in our mind. Is that correct? But verbal is better.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's, mostly saying like dedicating, referring it in mind. But in some Jataka, when they have difficulties, even they say by speech, by mouth, to get Deva's help, not just in the mind.
Okay. Bante, there are some Chinese questions. Will the interpreter want to interpret? Oh, I try. Okay. For a lay person who practice, and also who practice and wish to get Megapala, will this lay person also need to fulfill Pāramī like Buddha or Bodhisattva? Will they have to do that, or the lay person have a different levels? Yeah.
For the lay person, normal persons practicing, like taking in 3 refuges, practicing sila. So if you want to do more controlling faculties, knowing the limit about the eating, practicing to be awakened. So 7 noble dhammas, samatha vipassana. So can practice those things.
The level of practicing comparing to a Bodhisattva, is it different?
Do Bodhisattva, Vijayaka Buddha, to fulfill 10 Pāramīs mainly. So those are connected to fulfilling 10 Pāramīs. For the normal disciple, usual teaching is taking in 3 refuges: sila, indriya, samvara, bhojana, mattinyu, those things. Samatha vipassana, yeah.
Okay. Another Chinese question. During
but
this,
10 Pāramī also, if you have ability, you can practice.
Okay, but okay, different level. Yes, okay. Might not want to donate our limbs and body. We might not be able to do that one day.
Because because the aim, once we because of this our once we wish to be Bodhisattva, you should do everything like that, because you want to be very greatest man. So yeah, it is it can be aim is ambition is different. So the ability to do will be different.
Okay.
So even among normal people, so even in the Buddha give a Dhamma talk, first choice is a bhikkhus, because a bhikkhu is like a good boat. Good boat, whenever rain, can accept all. So Buddhist lay devotee is the boat broken a bit, so cannot accept every rain. But other religion, like a piece of boat, just a little rain can accept. So even in bhikkhu, lay people not the same. So yeah, like bhikkhu also, some bhikkhu staying in a city, bhikkhu staying in the forest, will not be the same. So because of this, if someone stay properly, rightly, every teaching you may be able to accept. So if not staying rightly, so some kind of teachings are not useful. Not useful, because they cannot follow, cannot practice. Yeah, as a Bodhisattva, once want to be Buddha, so must accept everything good, every kind of merit.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. Another Chinese question I try to translate. Within this COVID, during this COVID situation, this period, this Dharma friend choose to dana to the friends or relatives because temporarily he or she cannot go to a temple for doing dana, and he feels that the people near him or her is needs him. But what Bhante opinion about this? Can
Yeah,
Bhante,
this is
advice?
we have taught. It is a Kala Dana, timely donations, because they are needed. So you donate. So it can produce a result. Being rich in a young time when you can use. So some people are rich in the older time, they cannot use. So this kind of donation can produce to be rich in a young time. You can get when you need. So it is good to donate people nearby who are needed.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. Brother JJ asked this another question. Dear Bhante, in the Visantara Jataka, I think it was said that our Bodhisattva completed all the necessary Pāramī to be fulfilled after making the 5 great donations in that life. Is it true for all Bodhisattva that the completion of Pāramī is always through dana, which means dana Pāramī is the first to start and also the last to complete for Bodhisattva? Sadhu, 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 Bhante.
Yeah, first to start is it is Shiva. First the last to be completed. I'm not. I don't know about that. I'm not yet marked such kind of things. Yeah. First one is dana. Yeah. The in a sequence of Pāramīs.
Bhante, is every Buddha like that? First
Every
one is
Buddha will be the Pāramī will be the same.
Same. The first one is the dana.
Yeah, first one dana. Yeah, it appears in his mind to do.
Okay.
But even in the life, he make a wish.
Yes.
Sumedha, ascetic. Actually, he already get psychic powers, jhanas already.
Yes.
So in real doing, he may also practice sila. He may also do dana. So based on lives, for example, if he is again, he may be able to do more dana. If he is ascetic, he may be able to do more sila, like that. Based on lives, based on condition, he may practice.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante. Another question. Good day, Bhante. As you have mentioned that our body is not that precious, how should we take care of our body?
So should take care to be useful. Well, we have some reflections when we are eating, when we are wearing, when we are taking medicine, and when we are using dwelling in place. So mainly to be practice, to be beneficial, we take care of our body. For example, eating food, just to be healthy, and to practice Dhamma, to be long life, we can take care. In the same way, wearing clothes. Some clothes are very expensive, but cannot cover cold and heat. So also cannot comfortable. So not to take care in this way. So to prevent cold and heat, to cover private parts or shameful things. Yeah. So in the same way, dwelling in place, sometimes we stay not healthy place. Also, sometimes even argument we did because of dwelling in place or because of place. So it should not be like that. In the same way, medicine. So for the bhikkhus have such a kind of reflection to prepare our attitude about the lives. Yeah, like that Bandit is saying, still can use. So to be useful, you should take care. And so the Buddha said in the Sabbasava Sutta, to dispel unwholesome mind, one of the ways is by using properties, by using things like eating food, staying in a dwelling place, taking medicine, wearing clothes. Because if we don't use these things, we will have, our mind may not be clear, may be hungry, so cannot practice. It is not the way to dispel evil. So those are there. By using a property, by using those, by taking care of the body, so we should get rid of evil. We should dispel evil. We should practice. So we can take care in this way. But as in the mind, not to try not to be attached to this body. We eat something because of needed, not because of attachment. In the same way, every taken care of because of needed we do, not because of attachment, not because of desire. Should be in this way. It is the right way to take care of this body. We are share merit. Repeat after me. Idawada cha ammehi.
Etawata cha amhehi.
Sambadam Bonya Sambadam
Sambadang Bonya Sambadang.
Sabbe Dewa Numodandu
Sabbe Dewa Anumodantu.
Sabba Sambati Saidiya
Sabba Sambati Siddhiya.
Vidame Nyadina Hodu
Vidame Nyatinang Hotu.
Sukhida Hondu Nyadayo
Sukita Hontu Nyatayo.
Idame Bonyam
Vidame Bonyang.
Asawakayam
Asawakayam.
Wahang Hodu
Wahang Hotu.
Idame Bonyam
Vidame Bonyang.
Nibbanasa
Nibbanasa.
Pachayo
Pachayo.
Hodu
Hotu.
Mama Bonya Bhagam
Mama Bonya Pagang.
Sabba Sadanam
Sabha Satanang.
Pajemi
Pajemi.
Desabe
Desabe.
Mesamam
Mesamang.
Bonya Bhagam
Bonya Pagang.
Lavandu
Labantu.
Sadhu Sadhu
Sadhu.
Sadhu
Sadhu.